Hey, this is Dan here from Rune Silk, and I'm joined by one other, and that's none other than Damo for show, and this is the Beardmail podcast. So sit back, listen, and enjoy.
That's the new intro, but it went on a little bit, didn't it?
No, it's good. It's good. Just excuse the soundboarding on the studio today. Had to have a little bit of a move around, but
well, don't worry, Dan. Most of the listeners can't even see that because they're on Spotify, Google, Apple Play, iTunes, and all that jazz. Welcome to the Beardmail podcast. It is episode maybe 32, something like that. We're flying, and today we're talking about some epic things that have happened. We are talking about the British Beard and Moustache Championships. How do you feel about that, Dan?
Yeah, I'm excited to talk exactly about that exact topic. Plus, it's fresh as well, so you know we might as well talk about it now, right? Because it was literally just a Saturday just gone. So
it's literally just gone. We were both there. You might notice if you are watching on YouTube that Dan's beard looking very nice, very tidy, very trim because he was getting himself amongst the business. My beard looks nothing like it did at the weekend as it does right now. But let's set the scene first, Dan, because although we have mentioned beard competitions before, some people listening might not know what it is, how it works, how important it is, what sort of happens on the day. So let's tell the story from start to finish. Do you want to start it off?
Yeah, I mean, it began in 1986. So both of us we attended. I mean, I was attending as Rune Silk as one of the sponsors of the 5th British Beard and Moustache Championships in rugby. And so Damo did allude to the fact that my beard is looking quite short. Yes, I entered the British Business Beard category. I thought it had to be under 5 inches. It was, in fact, under 6 inches. But I actually think that having it just under 5 did me a bit of a solid. So I took 5 inches off the beard just for this. So hopefully it's all going to grow back by the Oxford and Beard on, respectively. But yeah, it's been a long time coming, isn't it? Because it was supposed to kick off when?
So it is obviously the 5th version of this competition, and it's a big one, right? It's the big event. It's held every 2 years, but because of COVID, we haven't had it since 2018. So if you do the maths, Dan, the first one would have been 2016, 2014, 16, 18, would have been 2012 would have been the first one ever. And it's a big deal, right? To host the championships, you have to put in a bid and you have to get the green light from some super important people. There's like a committee association sort of thing. And they give you the green light to host the event. And then the pressure's on, man. You've got to put on this grandioso British event where hundreds of people will attend. There's very strict categories and rules for the categories that you have to adhere to because it ties in with sort of world championship regulations. Like it's a big deal. So iBeard Club and Whiskers West Midlands put it together, and yes, it should have been 2020, but it's been, because of COVID, it was delayed. But they got sponsored by Honest Amish, who are some big boys in America, and they turned up. And sort of obviously they were a big part of the sponsorship. Then we had loads of other people sponsor the categories, and there were some brands that were also there on the day selling their swag. That's what Dan was doing. So Rune Silk Dan was there with his beautiful assistant.
Who's your beautiful for show?
No, Matt.
Matt Ingham, yeah.
So Matt, he was helping Dan out on the store. He's like, I might as well enter while I'm here. Oh, we'll talk about Matt in a minute. And obviously Meg was there as well. So Team Rune Silk were in the house. Jamie was there from OP. He's obviously a good friend of ours, Jamie's. Lee from the Urban Gent was there as well with his good lady, good friends as well. And then Danny O for show, Danny Baggs and Stuart Morse from the finest of Fettel were there. Danny come all the way from Germany for this. So it's a big deal, right? But yeah, fine Fettel grooming were there. Lovely people. And then everybody from the beard world was there. And also, although it's the British Championships, anybody from anywhere can enter. So there were lots of foreign folk there. Austrians, Switzerland's. There were some Americans and some guys who were from America but now live in Switzerland or Austria. I can't remember because the beer was flowing. But lots of people all around the world in this grandioso venue in Rugby, and there were 20 odd categories, proper compères, and a band as well. Raw Condition played as a band, and it was a big old event. Now, I know you're a little bit upset, Dan, when you did the Opie's competition, the last one, and you tried out, didn't you? And you didn't get a trophy, right? And let's just tell people now, because it's great news to share. Did you do all right, Dan?
I didn't do too badly. I mean, I took a third place, so I'm proud to say that I do now hold a bronze British Championship award. So I am a British champion, which is good. I mean, are you a champion if you're third, or is it like a runner-up? I don't know. I'm a champion, right? We're all champions.
The way I see it, if you're in the top three and you can't even say the whole of Britain, right? Because it's actually anybody in the world could have entered. So technically, you're the third best business beard in the world at the British Championship. So congratulations, Dan. I made up for you. Absolutely made up for you.
Thanks, sir.
And it was tough going as well. You had quite a few people in your category. There was a lot of decent beards in that, but you did well. What was the secret, Dan? What was the stage presence that might have got you an extra point? Do you think?
Well, I think my whole get up was I wanted to try and be the very much the not so necessarily the Richard Branson, but like the oh yeah, I've got loads of money. So I actually spent the whole day just with loads of wads of cash, which I'd made up, which were in fact Rune Silk vouchers, but they were made up to look like money. And I spent the whole morning going around and just going up to anyone saying, "Would you like some money, sir? Would you like some money, sir? I've got plenty." And I was just giving the vouchers away the whole day. And then obviously rocked up on stage with a briefcase full of cash. Accidentally dropped it all on the stage as I opened the briefcase, and it all fell out. And then flashed some cash to the crowd and slipped both compères a little bit of money as well. It was all there with some rupees at the time because I had sort of 1,000 rupees in my shirt pocket.
It was actually proper cash, value 50p, but actual proper cash. Dan was making it rain on the stage to everybody's delight, and did a valiant third. So well done, Dan. Absolutely made up for you. And also I think third is really good because I got third as well. Yeah. Let's not make it sound like it's easy. Just because me and Dan happen to be in the room right now doing this show right now, and we both happen to have won a third. It's not easy. It's not easy to win a third, right? So massive congratulations.
Scary as well.
Anyone that got third.
It's really scary.
What was scary for you?
I think I just kind of, because I was overthinking what I was going to say and what I was going, the whole sort of act that I was putting on. I was sort of standing there on the steps. I wanted to go last, so I did. I was waiting for everyone to go, and I was kind of going, trying to get my breathing in, and then when I got on stage, I think it's just nerves, isn't it? Being on stage, lots of people watching you, trying, especially when you want to say some really stupid things. Because I said to the guy, I was like, I thrust some rupees in his hand and said, "Oh, be a lamb and get something for the mistress. Don't waste it on the wife," and stuff like that. So I think it was just having the courage to actually go through with everything that I wanted to say on stage. And I did forget to say a few bits, like I wanted to say anyone can be bought with enough money, but obviously you don't have the mic at this stage, and obviously it's a really big hall. So I'd have had to shout it, and I think it probably would have been lost on the crowd, unfortunately. So I swerved that one, but yeah, it was good fun. And then I dumped a load of stacks of cash on the table as well, and luckily for the judges, and one of them was the Marilyn Monroe, the woman dressed as Marilyn Monroe,
Baby Daisy.
And I actually gave Baby Daisy, yeah, and I actually gave her, because she said, "Oh, I've got one of those guns that fire out money."
Oh, cool.
So I gave her like a really big stack of cash as well. So a kind of bit of not really a bribe per se, a gift.
So if you want to win, just bribe the judges. That's what Dan's saying. Well done, Dan. It worked, mate. It worked. Well, I'll tell you, I didn't give any of the judges money. But I entered the partial freestyle category, which was a lot of fun. And I had my beard all curled up here, a lot of hairspray. And I tell you what, when I washed it out the next day, because I was far too drunk when I got in to wash it out, when I washed it off the next day, it was gross. It was gross. And I'm like, God, my beard needs looking after. So I was very quickly washing it again. Like, honestly, I had to wash it like 3 times. And and then got some oil in it, got some nice butters in it, and give it a nice relax. But yeah, I had my tash all twirled up. I had my beard out here and all glued into place with got to be glued hairspray, and it was cracking. There were some amazing beards. There were some amazing freestylers, and all the different categories go from 4 inches, 6 inches, 8 inches, 12 inches. There were some huge beards. There was, and I've said this, I'm sure I've said on a podcast somewhere before.
The Whopper.
There was guaranteed.
About the Whopper. Oh
no!
Sorry, I thought you were going to refer to the Whopper.
No, you saved that 1.7 for a while, and then we'll talk about that. I said there'd be a guaranteed Viking, guaranteed wizard, and there was a wizard and a Viking. Do you know what? Some of it went so quick. I missed quite a few things going on. I was just so busy, always doing something. I missed a few. I didn't even see the Musketeer category. Because I was quite looking.
I saw the Musketeer category, but I missed the under 12-inch natural, which was one of the categories I was sponsoring. Totally missed that. Like you say, it kind of went slow, and then all of a sudden it was like, about 5 categories have just gone. Yeah.
Who sponsored your category that you got your trophy in?
Bearded Rapscallion.
Is that on the side of the trophy? Yeah, that's cool, isn't it? I got Opies on the side of mine. So did you win some Rapscallion swag?
I did, yeah. Got some beard oils and a key ring and some stickers. I got a couple of beard oils, in fact, a little box of matches, quite cool picture on it. It's really simple. It was nice.
Did you waggle
some bag? Thanks to Tim.
Did you waggle some honest Amish stuff on the way in?
Yeah, I did a trade off. No, I didn't on the way in. I went over and had a chat with them, and I actually traded them off. I got 2 balms and I swapped them for 2 of my butters. So rather than just taking, I was like, we'll do a swaps because they probably just put it in the bin, but it's nice to be able to gift them something back.
I saw him selling that actually. I think he made a few quid on it.
Yeah, $9.95 for 30% off.
Nice. So memorable moments at all for you, Dan? Anything particularly memorable from the show?
I think for me, it was nice to. I caught the chops category, which was nice, which was one of the ones we were sponsoring. It was nice to get a photo with Mick Wallich, who came first. And it's not always nice to see Tom Simeon, with the massive beard and the curly tash, won all of the competition prizes at pretty much at OPs. But I think it was just also quite nice just to meet loads of people that I hadn't seen in real life. There was a few times where I'm sat there, and I was actually sat talking to Stuart Morse from Fine Fetzel. And we're there just chatting away for probably about half an hour. And it's just like, oh, yeah, we haven't actually really met in real life, have we? So that was quite nice. And I think seeing the guy with the 36.5-inch beard was probably one of my biggest moments of kind of going, wow, that's a beard right there. 33-foot long beard.
Who was that?
It was a guy in the over 12. Over 12. Totally nailed the over 12. Was it a guy with the? I don't know his name. I didn't catch his name. But he popped over to. Say again.
Handsome looking chap.
Everyone was handsome.
The biggest beards I'd seen. There was Viking keyring Phil Viking. See, do you know what's interesting about these competitions? You meet people in real life that you only know on the Instagram, and their Instagram names are different from their real life names. And you're like, oh, what's his name? He's like, oh, I'm Phil. I'm thinking, no, definitely don't know you. He goes, Kieran Viking. I'm like, yes, I know you. He had a whopper of a beard. Maxwell is a handsome chap, a massive beard. I must have missed the over 12 one as well then. God.
It was super long. The guy sat down and it literally folded over his crutch area. It was like all the way down and like down it covered his whole entire.
Goals, man. Goals. Do you like my shirt, man?
But I think I do. Nice top. Damo Fish show on it as well. Nice.
Damo won it in the raffle. Well,
it was. I think there were a lot of moments. I think got some good photos with John Thompson as well. He did some nice shots.
JT.
So one of the shots he got of me as well, I'm literally going to replace my LinkedIn profile because that was flash some of the cash at the camera. But he took some really nice shots actually, and then did some of me and Meg as well. And so looking forward to seeing those.
I'm fully aware of how long you spent in the photograph booth with Meg and John. Because
you got kicked out, didn't you?
I was about to go in. He's like, well, actually, I'll do these two first because this could be. I'm like, okay. Outside for days, I felt like waiting for you, pair. doing your modelling stuff, you handsome buggers.
It was quite funny. It was like, actually, gents, could you just go out while I
Yeah.
just quickly
Just do
film
this pair.
Dan and Megs? Yeah.
Yeah, I felt a bit for JT because he basically the whole competition he just spent in a separate room out the back doing photos.
Yeah.
He would have missed all of it. Poor lad. Poor lad. Such is the sacrifice a photographer has to make for such occasions and such beautiful shots. We haven't seen any of the photos yet, but it's lovely when they do come out and they start doing the rounds. So just a quick one. If anyone's listening to this right now and you do see an official photo from the TBBMC, make sure you tag John Thompson Imagery in it and give him the photo credit that man deserves. Hashtag JT. Well, no, that's what I call him. John Thompson Imagery is his thing. But yeah, so there was proper photos, there was proper food, there was Founds Brewery were there. They were raising money for the Lions Barber Collective. We don't know how much they've raised yet, but there was a raffle, there was a silent auction. I donated a signed rugby ball, which I managed to sort out on the day. And I literally just got anyone to sign it who was there. But like a couple of the Yanks and that, they were like, they thought it was like signed by the England rugby team or something. So who knows? Who knows what they might have bid on that ball? You never know. But that was kind of cool. So I launched that. In fact, we'll have a massive shout out now to Mark Oxborough. I think it's Oxborough. We just call him the Ox. I'd planned. I had a chat with him beforehand, and I said, "Look, I'm gonna throw this ball into the crowd from the stage. Can you catch?" And he's a big lad. He's a tall lad, and he was stood right next to the charity stand. Because initially I was just going to throw it in the crowd. And then I thought, what if it hits a kid, or what if it knocks a beer over, or there was these bloody grandioso chandeliers that were probably worth £1 million. I thought, so actually I better throw it to someone who can catch. I said, can you catch? He's like, yeah. He said, can you throw? And I'm like, of course I can throw. I'm born in rugby. Of course I can throw a rugby ball. So I launched it off the stage, went straight to him, and it went straight through his hands. and hit the wall behind him, but luckily took out no kids or beers. So well done, Mark. You let that one slip through your fingers, but it got to where it needed to go, and it got sold on the silent auction. So hopefully that helped to raise a bit more money for the boys as well.
But it was also, I think for us, it was just a nice weekend away as well. So obviously, Megs and I got a chance to get away for the weekend. We had a bit of a mare. Literally a week before the event, our Airbnb host called me up to say that he'd double booked. I had quite the stern conversation with him saying, I booked this in May. Why are you letting me know now that you've double booked? So that was quite annoying. So they're scrabbling around to try and find another place to stay. And it actually worked out in our favour because we found quite a nice, quaint B&B. It was a far trek. It was a 20-minute drive on and off site every day. So I didn't drink. Well, I didn't plan to drink anyway for this one because I wanted a bit of a break from the alcohol. And
did you overdo it at the craft beer festival, Dan?
Yeah, to be honest, I think as well. Yeah, I did, but also I just wanted a bit of a detox session. I did have a shandy on the Friday night before, so the pre-party, sponsored by Captain Fawcett, was
that was a good old bash.
Yeah, it was good. We kind of came for a little while. We were there for about an hour and a half, and then we had to sort of bounce. But it was nice to again meet people. Joe the Tash, hadn't met Joe the Tash in person. To meet and Ethan and loads of the DBSC boys. It was nice to see some of those on the night there, and even just to meet some of the iBeard club, like Matt Harrington, and see Richard Brooks again, and a lot of these people I only really ever conversed with either in the Facebook groups or if they're interacting with the podcast, for example. And it was just nice to actually see people in person. And I think our stuff, we did get you do get the bit of the blues because obviously you're seeing so many cool people. It's, hey, how's it going? Good to see you. Hugs all round. And then back to reality today. I was emptying a storage container for 6.5 hours. So
snap back to it was good actually. I think the guys from Whiskers West Midlands and iBeard Club did a cracking job of putting the show on. So everybody that sort of turned up on the day, Steve Morris and Sean and B and Matt and Chris and that, all like just donating their time to make sure the event ran. If you ever saw Simon Sheffield throughout the day, he was just always focused and working to make sure things were running smoothly. And Brendan as well. There's another chap I didn't get to see actually, but they were all sporting these shirts and they were doing their bit sort of behind the scenes. It was really cool. There was also the Rugby the Rugby Observer turned up, or the photographer for them turned up. So it will make sort of the local press. So it's quite a big deal for the town as well. But yeah, spot on, guys, for organising it. Well done. It's obviously it's took years of planning. So for them to get it all done, but it was a nice relief after it was finished. And of course, BMG was there as well, and he was rocking his tunes at the end. But yeah, big old event. But I mean, going backwards, the pre-party obviously was scheduled for the Friday. Forces put on a good bash for the pre-party, so we were all in the Merchants Inn. They had the Miss Baby Daisy, the burlesque dancer, what got the boys and some of the girls whooping. And yes, we did see you very briefly, but there was a pre-party as well, but it was top secret. Can't tell you about it. DVFC.
Sadly, I couldn't make that one because we were still setting up our stand until about sort of 6 o'clock, and then by that point we had to go to the B&B, check in and put our bags down and sort of do some bits and pieces. So I didn't get the badge, unfortunately. Love to have joined you.
Limited edition. I can tell you that John Connor, who is an absolute legend, he actually won the pre-party, which was Friday. But I tell you what was really good is there was a couple of guys and some of the ones from DVFC. They've not been to a competition before. They've not met people before. Actually, quite nervous and anxious about it, and it's quite of a big deal, isn't it? You know, to meet some of these people that you know online. But this always happens. It always happens, and I would have told them this already weeks and months ago. Afterwards and during, they're like, "Wow, this is brilliant! I'm really glad that I came. Oh, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, and everyone's really nice." And just people say that all the time, every time they get involved in this community. It is just a bunch of nice people just having a bit of fun.
No, I really look forward to it, and I think it was a nice run up because literally we've now got like comp, right? I mean, in the space of 2 months, we've got 3 comps pretty much because what were we at Oxford on the 10th?
So that's 2 weeks.
So yeah, less than 2 weeks away for Oxford, and then after that, another 2-3 weeks until Beard on. So yeah. So we're going comp to comp, and it's going to be quite fun, I think. And then it'll be weird at the end of the season.
Don't forget as well, it's National World Beard Day on September the 3rd. So that is literally, if 3 weeks between competitions is too much for you, in the middle of that, there's World Beard Day. And they're having a bit of a shindig up in Derby. The Beard On guys have organised something. Mick Wallage has put a post up. So I think it's September the 2nd or 3rd. But World Beard Day. So bearding, it's still going, man. It's around. There's so much going on. There's so much happening in the community. You know, competitions going on left, right, and centre. You know, it's really nice to see groups thriving like the Beard Mob England, that are a relatively new chapter for you know that style of bearding, and they were there in en masse. And really had a great time. I've seen some of the pictures from them boys. Obviously, their top chap Dan Silky Browntown and Guppy Ryan. They're bringing them boys together, and they just get bigger and bigger. Like, so, if you'd have seen them at home, a few of them, then the British, there's more, and you know that the next one there'll be more. But yeah, the community is thriving, and the clubs are growing, and people are having a good time and interacting. And it makes me wonder, you know, what is going to happen next year, because there's new brands coming out still. There's brands that have been around now for a year or two that are really doing well, started to cement themselves in the community and start to do new things and exciting things. So, yeah, it's exciting times. We have got a very busy few weeks. Big shout out, actually. There was a winner, and I don't know if you saw him. He was in fancy dress. His name is Jason Smith. Did you see him?
Yeah. He had
a strongman outfit on. Oh, Smithy.
Yeah, he smashed it.
And the reason, and he won. Well done, Smithy. Well done. The reason he was wearing a strongman outfit is because he's gonna canoe to the Oxford Beard Festival, and I'm gonna sit in the back of the canoe with him, and I'm also gonna be wearing the outfit.
So nice.
I got to pick that up at the weekend. So yeah, me and Smithy for Brain Tumor Research, we're going to be paddling the canoe to the Oxford Beard Festival dressed as strongmen. And
how big's your boat, by the way?
It's big enough for me to sit in the back and do the social media, while Smithy sits in the front and paddles voraciously. Why, do you want to get in it?
Do you fancy transporting my stand up the river?
Yeah, we could. It'll cost a few quid. We can do that. It'll be economical, environmentally friendly, no fumes or anything, all hand powered. it will probably be wet by the time it gets there. And
Yeah, that kind of that.
most likely still at the bottom of the canal. Unless it lands on a shopping trolley and then it stays above the water level. I don't know.
Then we're golden.
So yeah, beard comp's massive, man. It was really nice to get that one done. And then who knows where the next one will be held? It will be 2 years' time. But obviously in betwixt that, we've got a World Championships in Germany. World Championships.
And I've already spoken to a few people, and Tom Simeon's well up for doing something. So we've got to try and grab a few of us and figure out how we're going to get there. But already there's quite a few people that I've spoken to who are up for joining a massive. I did explain that I won't be attending as Rune Silk. It will be a Beardmail thing. Let's try and do something fun. So it might even be worthwhile trying to speak to the organisers at some point, just saying, look, we're just a little podcast from the UK called Beardmail. Could we come over and would you be happy for us to do some stuff? I don't know.
We are a massive podcast and YouTube channel in the UK's massive, with 2 British award-winning beardsmen that have been on the scene for many years. Be careful how you pitch this to them, Dan. Also, while we're talking about that, if anybody is an investor and would like to give us a load of money, then we can definitely make it happen. So if someone wants to give us a couple of grand, we'll do it. Let's just do it. You don't get anything for your money other than, I'll send you a picture of me and Dan having a whale of a time driving a minibus laden with beardy blokes all the way to Germany. Bag's not driving. And Bag's, oh God, I'm not coming back with a hangover. That's a long drive, that is. But it would be good, Dan. It's going to be in June, actually, which helps because I thought it was March. So June gives us a little bit more time. But I would absolutely love to do something Beardmail related for the Worlds. It's a bigger stage. It's a bigger stage, bigger beards, more competition, but more fun.
So I'm just probably not going to trim my beard now then until June, and then I'll go and get it tidied up. See how much I can get between now and June in that growth, and just enter whatever category I sort of feel the need to fit into. But yeah, I think it's going to be really fun. I think it'd be good to go on tour. I've not done an international beard competition yet, so I know you have. Well, that just reminds me, actually, we can now change our introduction or our description of the podcast.
Award-winning.
Hosted by British award-winning
Championes.
I do like the effort that's gone into the rugby ball shape people that have got, they're obviously their match to the category.
Well, interestingly, yes, I should have got an extra bonus point for this, but look at the trophy here. That's literally what exactly my freestyle partial moustache and beard looked like, even to the point where it's not symmetrical. Literally, like I think that's literally, that is it. I should have got a bonus.
That is it. Did you know?
I didn't know. No, when I picked that up, I was like, wow. Because literally, my initial plan when I signed up for this competition so long ago, I was actually going to just get rid of a load of this, and I'd even considered taking a bit out of the middle as well. But you have to think about your actual day-to-day life and what you're trying to do with work and stuff, and what I look like for work matters. So although it's cool to look really cool on the day doing a crazy look, it's probably going to mean I don't get any work doing supporting artist extras work for 6 months or so. So so I literally I made up what I was doing the day before the comp, had a little practice, and then did it properly. But yeah, it was good, man. It was good. So many beards there. Oh God, I can't remember his name now. The pie man. Not Mick, who makes pies. The pie man on Instagram is the guy who's got the white side of a beard. That guy, did you see him? Phenomenal.
Yeah. I'm sure I saw something online before. I'm sure he was picked up by some kind of social outlet at some point for like just a kind of a really unique beard.
It was phenomenal.
I'm sure I've seen his face before that. He looks like the Guardians of the Beard logo. Like if his tash was white on the other side, he would have actually completely resembled the Guardians of the Beard logo.
Yeah, so it was an amazing day. We're still yet to find out how much they raised. That'll be nice to know. We still haven't seen the official photos yet, so that'll be nice to see. That's how good we are. We're fast and we're out there. We're getting the beard, we're getting the updates straight away, and then we still haven't seen the actual photos. So it's going to be cool. It's nice. You say actually about like the post competition blues, that is a real life thing for people, you know. But I kind of like it for the next couple of days. There's going to be a post and you're in it, or you're tagged in it, or it's like as people start to put on socials, or it's like, because I'll be honest with you, I was terrible on the day for taking photos, but I didn't have any pockets, so my phone was in my sock for most of the day. And in hindsight, I'm like, oh God, I wish I'd have got some more photos. But that said, because of the style of my beard, quite a lot of people wanted to take a photo of me. So actually, I'm finding that any photos of me are what other people have took, and I haven't actually got any. So
that's quite nice. I like that, because I mean, I was quite fortunate to have Megan on board doing quite a lot of the content for me, because my phone was tethering the Wi-Fi for the point of sale stuff. Yeah, so having Megan do quite a lot of the footage for me doing the video, she's actually put together quite a cool little video. I tried to upload some stuff, but I need to try and figure out how to upload the full video. It's about 4 minutes long and I can't upload it as a reel. You're in it, Matt's in it. But yeah, going back to Matt, obviously you alluded to Matt's first ever competition. Matt, yeah. So I didn't realize that I got as a sponsor, I got 2 free entrants. I mean, it would have been great. Imagine if I didn't have anyone with me. Yeah, you got 2 free entrants, cool. But as I did, I'd already booked my ticket myself to enter the British Business Beard. I had 2 places left. So I said to Matt, he'd never been to a beard competition before, so he obviously never entered a beard competition before. On that note, and I said to him, right, you've got a really, really nice, good, strong ginger beard as well, all full one color, luckily to not really go grey yet. And I said, what do you want to enter? Obviously, Megan entered the creative beard, and then he entered first comp, walked away with bronze. He was absolutely buzzing his tits off. Like, because for him, he was just like, oh, I'll enter it just because I've got this ticket. Like, I've got this free entry, so why not? And he was dripping in Rune Silk swag as well. He had the Rune Silk cap on. He had the Rune Silk tee, because obviously he was working for me.
Oh, that's a winner for you, Dan, isn't it? How many trophy winners are using Rune Silk swag, Dan? Is that the secret to competition success?
I think I would say so. It's pretty good to get your second or third at the minute. I still haven't cracked the first, although actually no, we have, because going back to OPs, obviously Rune Silk won biggest beard, best ginger beard, and best in show. So you know,
yeah,
I'd take that over any wooden spoon that Jamie won't give me.
Nailed it. I gave out a wooden spoon for the pre party. Still can't tell you about that. It's too good. It was nice to be back in my hometown. Rugby Town's massive. I think the town benefited from our tourism. You know, bringing all them people to the town. Snappy Pizza.
The Merchant Inn did well.
Snappy Pizza did well. Power and Bar did well. That was the golf place, because what happened was at the end of on the Saturday, a social media post went up and it said, if you've got a trophy, you can get a free shot and a free round of golf at the Power and Bar. And I got wind of that, so I took the boys down there and we got absolutely hammered. It was a cracking after party. So big shout out to Josh, who owns the Power and Bar in Rugby. It was quite good. There was beards everywhere. But I tell you what, Dan, snap back to reality. Seen any beards today in your day-to-day business, in your day-to-day world?
Actually, as I was walking into the office to come and record this in the studio, I was walking through a car park and a guy with a beard about that long,
high, bigger than yours,
bigger than mine, walked past. He still gave me the nod. I've actually seen quite a few beards, not quite as many as you would expect to see in one place where there's hundreds of contestants entering a beard competition. And mainly because I've spent 6.5 hours between shipping containers, moving stuff. There was no one there. So the only person I saw was when I caught myself in the reflection. Oh, there's a bearded guy. Oh, no, it's just me. Never mind.
Handsome chap. Oh, no, it's just me.
Ooh, just stop here and admire the view for a minute.
Good eye. Well, that was that. The 5th British Beard and Moustache Championships. Massive shout out to everybody. And if we haven't mentioned you, apologies. We're on a bit of a downer now. We just got to get hyped now. We've got 2 weeks to get fresh, to get all excited about the Oxford Beard Festival, which is September the 10th at the River Isis Farmhouse in Oxfordshire. Arrive for 1 o'clock on the Saturday. It's going to be beautiful. It's a cracking venue next to the river. As I say, me and Smithy will be paddling there. If you want to help us, we're only a couple of quid short of our total now. We're nearly up to the 250 quid marker for brain tumor research, which is in honour and memory of Smithy's mum, who he lost last year. But yeah, that event will be a good one. There won't be as many categories as we've seen at the Brits, but there is some extra categories. It is a strong beard theme. So if you think you've got
I need to book my place.
if you've got a strong beard, you need to. I think
beard left.
I think what you got to do is sort of fashion something that would enable your beard to hold a hook. Because I saw Suze, who's the organizer there, carrying around some Atlas balls with a hook on. So I think you got to like pick up stuff and that. So I'm maybe just probably going to tie a loop in mine.
Speak to Robert Banks. He'll tell you the best knot to be put in your beard for that.
That is true. Banksy is one of our DBFC knot specialists, isn't he? Scout leader, aficionado, avocado.
What are the categories for Oxford? Because I still haven't actually entered yet. I don't think. Have I? I don't know if you've entered or not.
I don't know yet. But it'll be your standard ones. But then there's a couple of extra ones, extra fun ones.
Cheeky little 4-inch, 8-inch, 12-inch.
Well, probably I don't know. There'll probably be 6. In fact, they've named them actually, and they're all, as I say, strongman themed. But they do fall into your standard sort of probably under 6, over 6, creative for the ladies and the kids, and probably a freestyle and attack. There'll definitely be a Tash one, obviously, because I reckon that Bristow show fellow will be there. Who won as well? Well done the winners. You know, big shout out Mick Wallage, winner. Russell Bristow, Smithy. Some top first places. Even Gordon Brown, he only came second, and his freestyle was phenomenal. So massive big up for all the guys that won. There was some stiff competition around.
I've just found the list actually. After you finished,
shout it out, go for it. I was just
there's quite a few actually, but it seems so. Interesting. So there's barrel toss beard.
Yeah.
There is big beards over 6 inches and over.
There you go.
Under chin press. I don't actually know if this is the names of the categories actually, rather because I thought barrel toss beard was like one of the games. Okay, so barrel toss. I'll start again. So the barrel toss beard is big beards over 6 inches. You've got the under chin press, which is between 1.5 and 5.5 inches. You've got the short press, which is beards up to 1.5 inches, so quite nice and neat and shaved to the sides. You've got circus barbell, which is moustache. Farmer's carry, which is your partial. You've got the Fingles freestyle, which is the freestyle.
Nice.
Carry and drag, homemade. Squat, which is the kids' homemade. And showboat, which is best in show. And it does say you will have to come up with a device to be able to use your beard or mustache, be able to lift. You've got the beard vehicle pull, tug of war. I can't imagine tug of war between beards would be very fun.
That's going to be an actual. That's going to be an actual tug of war.
No, I good. Loaded Tash, Atlas Stones, and more charities this year. Their charities are both great causes. Oxfordshire Mind for children and young people, and the Lions Barber Collective as well. They also have some sexy, mad fun burlesque from the Scarlet Vixens and live music from Beard of Destiny, plus more acts. You're also going to see the likes of the following brands who are going to be trading at the event. You've got Urban Gent, Rune Silk, Opie's Beard Co., The Bearded Viking, Beard Manners, and a henna tattooist as well there. So it looks like it's going to be a really good event. I can't wait. I need to speak to Suze and ask her do I need to book a ticket to enter my category, or because we're trading, do we just get like a free ticket? I don't know how these things work.
Buy a ticket, Dan. Buy a ticket. It's all for charity, mate.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. Stop being so tight-ass, Dan.
Yeah. If you want to get better than third place, mate, start buying a ticket. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so there we go. Look at that. Look, we've gone over 30 minutes, but it doesn't matter being a long one because that's a big event. So, Dan, from me personally to you, congratulations, mate. I was absolutely made up that you won a trophy.
Likewise.
Also, I just remembered Diamond Dave won one as well. So well done, Dave Hesketh. It was lovely to see him. I think was he first or second in your category? He was business.
He was first. Yeah,
first. Well done.
Yeah, he came first.
So there we go.
Tripped him up.
Plenty more beards and plenty more competitions to play in. If you want to find out any more, check us out on the socials. And also, Dan, I'll tell you what we forgot to do. We forgot to tell people about Beardmail while we were there, didn't we? If you're listening now, Beardmail is a thing. Get on www.beardmail.co.uk. Give us your email address and you will not be sorry. You won't be sorry. Shall we say bye, Dan?
Yeah, I think we should. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. We're going to give you our brand new outro. Let's hope it all works. Bye-bye for now. Like, subscribe, share, and all that jazz. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening or watching the Beardmail podcast. We have new episodes dropping at 07:30 a.m. every Wednesday in UK time. So we thank you very much for watching. Check us out on www.beardmail.co.uk for everything that's new and happening soon. Thanks for listening, guys.